In this video, I'm going to tell you a very sad story, guys. And no, it's not my hairline, and no, it's not all the gray hairs that I'm getting, because that's actually a happy, it's like, I'm older now, man. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. But there's nothing about my game! And let me tell you something! I am the game, you don't want to play me? I'm not doing that shit in my setup. Anywho, but what we will be doing today is going over the best hand trap tier list for this exact meta. Sorry, sometimes a little crazy. Anywho, in this meta, there's specific hand trap that stops kewltune, and there's hand traps that don't. And let me make it very simple for you. You play the hand trap to stop kewltunes, and you don't play the hand traps that don't stop kewltune. So take your harmonia, take it out of your ass, and take it out of your deck, because that shit does not belong in the main deck. Kewltune is a deck to beat. Anywho, yo, my shit is cooked. I'm balding badly, and it's because I'm not at 100,000 subscribers yet. So smash the subscribe button. Let's fix my hairline, guys. The hairline's up to you. The hairline is up to you to fix. When it hits 100,000, I was told by John Konami that my hairline will be fixed. It'll be back up here. But that's when I get 100,000. Is that copium? I don't think it is. Anywho, let's get straight into this video. The best hand trap tier list in history. In this format, not in history. Let's go. What's a very sad story, guys, is that my last hand trap tier list, as incredible as it was, actually, the balance got released 30 minutes after I posted it. So that whole hand trap tier list was dog shit. But this is very specific. With main deck, staple, absolutely play it. Side deck cards, awful cards right now, and next level dog shit. Now, I'm going to start the video with Harmonia. It's not next level dog shit, okay? It's a good hand trap. It's actually one of the best hand traps ever printed. But I have a question for you guys. What does kewltune Rico do? Search! It's Ice Ryziel! Well, let me do it better. It's more like the Sworder X, okay? But Q is Ice Ryziel. Are you gonna really Harmonia Ice Ryziel and think you're really doing jack fucking shit? Yeah, you're gonna just search Rotary. You're basically everything in the deck's like an X Ryziel essentially because of all the extra normal summons you get. It's like Snake Eye Ash, okay, and Ice Ryziel had a baby, and then out came this deck, okay. Kewltune is like if Snake Eye and Ryziel's had babies and created, and then and then like Noroi and like Cupsy had like a baby, and then like they had one when they grew up, and then like when they grew up 30 years later, they had a baby, and then out came this deck. This is the best deck ever in a very long time that's going first. So let me tell you something. This card is side deck, and it's definitely not main deck because this card is dog shit against the best deck in the world. What you gotta do with your main deck hand traps, and let me be very clear, you gotta negate kewltune cards from resolving. Now, that doesn't apply for cards like Droll, that's fucking awful, okay? Or Fualos, that gives a chance for breaker decks, okay? This is like near awful, near not even the main deck for kewltune players. But what you gotta do, guys, is you gotta not allow the kewltune player to search Rotary to their hand. Listen closely. I understand Rotary's a 3-of. I understand if they draw Rotary, you probably are fucked regardless, okay? But in order to give you the highest chance of success, you need to stop them from searching that card. Rotary cannot be in their hand. Whether they go activate overtake, what stops overtake? Ash, Bell, Delta. You need to play these at 9. I'm not fucking kidding. And then if you're asking yourself, okay, but what about like KTS? What stops it? Ash, Delta. What stops Q? Ash, Bell, Veiler, Imperm, Gamma. What stops Rico? Same 5. What stops Mix? Same 5. These 5 need to be at your deck maxed out, unquestionably. And then when it comes to the Dominus cards, if your deck could play the Dominus cards, you play them maxed out. That's easily. And now it comes to cards like Harmonia and Spark. Now let me discuss these quickly, okay? Harmonia and Spark are incredible hand traps. No one is doubting that. And the fact that it's a trap is even better, and it's a Dominus, which is even better. But you have to understand something with Harmonia and Spark. They do not negate kewltunes. I want to be very fucking clear with you. If your opponent sees Spark in your hand, do you really think that they're gonna not play around it? If I see Spark in my opponent's hand, I'm gonna set up Zalan Remix. I'm gonna set a fucking Synchro Overtake or Duelist Genesis, or I'll set Synchro Overtake. I'll be like pass. At the end phase, you're gonna say activate Dynamis Spark. I'm gonna chain the KTS from my hand, and you're gonna be sitting there. Oh my god, you're the best player in the world. No, you're just a dumbass for thinking that that's a great card against kewltune. I'll tell you where Harmonia and Spark are good value against kewltune. This is not. I'm not talking about when you're playing your local shitter whose best finish is a fifth place at your six-player locals. All right, if you play a competent player, they're gonna see Harmonia and the Spark in your hand and play around it. You're gonna need to use Harmonia and Spark rather early. But the best way to use Spark against kewltune is the end, and hope your opponent's a dumb shit that doesn't watch my videos. Like if you get my kewltune textbook, I have a whole essay on ignoring this shitter card. Spark is a great hand trap. I agree 100%. And as your like fifth or sixth or seventh or eighth hand trap, I'm sure it's good. If you draw it as your third hand trap with two other cards in your hand, it could have some value. However, these cards are how to stop. If Rotary resolves, Spark is doing nothing for your dumbass, alright? Spark is doing nothing for your ass unless these hand traps stop them from playing the game. Every one of these are main decked. I don't care. My Fairy Tale deck has Cyframes in the main. They offer nothing. I prefer Cyframes in the main over Fua in the main. Because let me tell you what Fua will do against Gold. I don't give a shit about Branded. I don't give a shit that Fua is dog shit against Doomsday. Fua is dog shit against Mitsurugi. Mid against the other decks. Guys, listen. As great as Fua reads, as great as these four hand trap read, it's not what I'm trying to play this format, okay? Same Ghost Ogre, like Doomsday is now the third most played deck. Ogre has value against Branded as well by using it on Albaz or using it on Ecclesia, but he's not even the best value in Ecclesia. They just bring it back with Quam later on, but at least it's serviceable to stop the Albaz. I also believe you need one Ghost Ogre in your main deck because when you go, they don't teach you this shit in school. I'm about to teach you. You go normal Q against a shitter branded deck, you go special Ghost Ogre, nice Albaz. They don't teach you this shit in school, but they teach you it at the kewltune textbook down below. Next, if your deck plays Shifter, you play it. It's quite simple. I think Perulia is awful. I think the fact that Magnamut could search a card and uh, change the card of your top deck for you to have at least one card that your opponent doesn't know is good. I think Mourner is a decent card that people do not give credit for. If they go, people will be on Duelist Genesis. There we go. That's better. Fuck these guys. Fucking absolute dog shit. People will be on Duelist Genesis, and I get it. You're like, oh, but did you draw? I just draw, bro. You're gonna draw, and they're gonna end a Zelda remix anyways. You're gonna be sitting there thinking, I wish I listened to Trif Gaming. However, you don't understand, man. You go Duelist Genesis, you search Overtake. What's Overtake do? It's a special from deck. And then say add from deck. Sorry, guys. I'm just passionate about this deck, alright? Droll is fucking, for the first time in my life, I'm just happy that Droll doesn't hurt my deck that I play. Normally, Droll hurts. Now, the card's fucking useless. Speaking of useless, next level dog shit of a hand trap this format against every single one of the decks that are top 5 decks in the format. You go ahead and play Nibiru against Doomsday, you're gonna get laughed at. Play Nibiru against Striker. Play Nibiru against Mitsurugi. Laughed at. Now, this card is great versus kewltune, but only kewltune. And same goes for this. Now, if you're picking cherries or retaliating, I would prefer retaliating. I would prefer retaliating over cherries. Shit, this is fucking awful too. This is a fucking breaker, bro. But I just like I like Magnamut going second in decks like Branded that just say this card is Wildaz. Alright? This card searches White Boy, the best card in your deck, White Albaz. You want that card. And then you want to get his girlfriend Ecclesia, which is why Harmonia is a great card as well. Because Harmonia in that deck, if you play a deck with it, you could go send Despy and Lulu to get both of them. These are searchers. These are combo starters. Magnamut and Harmonia and decks that are using Lulu should be up here, or that playing Wildbass should be up here, because these two search the best cards of the deck. They're like it's the equivalent of playing Illusion Gate, but it was a hand trap, but it searches your starter in the in mirrors, right? So in those decks, those should be up here. In any other deck, these are fucking. This is down here in any of those decks. If you could pick between retaliating or cherries, I get like Fu is just a good card that it could like be up here, right, guys? Unless here's how you should view Fua. Listen closely. If your deck has board breakers, this card is fucking main deck. Okay? If your deck is on all hand traps, what the fuck is like, guys? By the time Fu will resolve to draw two, it's already too late. They have Zalan Remix, and your hand traps you're drawing aren't doing fuck all. Okay? So if you're playing a kewltune deck, I'm actually putting this at awful. I think this card's dog shit, even side decking it. Currently, as we speak, it's May 12th. I'm not playing Fu in my side deck right now. In my kewltune deck. But there's gonna be decks like Doomsday that is on like basically 90% breakers. Yeah, you're gonna want to draw your breakers, and Fu will make it so the kewltune player, you'll be drawing two cards, and there'll be one or two cards your opponent doesn't know. So for those breaker decks, put this shit absolute main deck. But then this is also the wrong video for you because this is a hand trap list. Harmonia is a better breaker. Spark is a better breaker. Hand traps are meant to stop the opponent from playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! They're not meant to stop to kind of be like, yeah, I have a hand trap. I could use it for my hand. Yeah, but I'm gonna use it on my turn instead. What the fuck do you think this shit is? That's called a board breaker, you dumbass. If you want to stop your opponent from hand traps are meant to stop your opponent from playing the game that we all love called Yu-Gi-Oh! I want four of them in my hand. I want Ash, Valor, Gamma, and give me a fucking Bell while I'm at it. I want four of them and give me a Rico. And I'm gonna draw Overtake at one. That's what I want. I want four cards to stop my opponent that say negates. I don't want no fucking destroy. Screw that. I want to negate. I come from pendulums where we go on 5 negates to any hand trap since the beginning of time. You want negation, not popation. All right? You want negation, not sometimes it's good, sometimes it's utter dog shit. I want negation all the time, and I will use my negation at the exact perfect time to make you pass. And then you're going to be scrambling when your only interruption is the warning you side deck, praying it's enough to stop the pen god. But the pen god siding patterns are built different. Where I side out 80% of my monsters in kewltune. That's right. I go normal, my Rico, you go warning, I go overtake, and I say suck it. But then you're like, wait, I blow it, bro. Then I go Duelist Genesis, get KTS, get Rotary, summon Q. You lose. That's right. 4-time champ incoming. My final thing on this is assuming you're on hand traps, this shit goes so awful. Cherries, it could be up here. In kewltune, the tuners are much more valuable. If you're playing kewltune, cherries is better than retaliating. You're only going to play retaliating against kewltune, or you're going to play retaliating against Shittail, but Shittail's nowhere to be found. You do not want to be playing any of these bottom shit cards, especially if you're playing this deck. Like, I'm going to be putting this at next level dog shit as well. This is like, still awful, but you could. I understand if you want to play. I mean, at the end of the day, it's Swallows, and if you're preparing for your nationals with 150 fucking players playing Salamangre, yeah, put in your Fualos. But if you're playing a real ass tournament where you're going to be playing against YCS level caliber players high level regionals and high level YCSs, where after round 3 you're only playing meta, you're going to be wishing to listen to Pengod to have only cards that are good against the mirror. And if you're playing kewltune, you want the tuners. All right. If you're playing deck with Spark, it's probably still a main deck, by the way. And Harmonia, I can understand some premise of these, but here's the thing: it's not like every deck could play all these, right? Like what? Let's say kewltune, for example. Kewltune cannot play these. Okay, kewltune, these are your options. So you got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 16. You got 16 hand traps now. Clip 17. Maybe you play one ogre. Like being perfect, personally, that's my list right now. I have 18 hand traps. I have these at 17. These at 16. Maxed out at these 3, 15, 16. I play one Ghost Ogre, so I could Q special Ghost Ogre to stop Albas from stopping me in the Branded matchup. Follow the kewltune textbook for more tips like that to destroy Branded, that ugly ass deck. And then I have, so it's 15, 16, 17. One clip is 18. Harmonia is my next hand trap. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my 8th hand trap. Then Mourner. There's 9 hand traps. Then like potentially Fua or Cherries in the mirror. So like this is where like for a kewltune, it's probably something like this. You can't play these obviously. This is the order of kewltune hand traps in order for kewltune players. So obviously you're like these are all fucking next level unplayable for kewltune, right? So this is like it all depends. Assuming it's a kewltune would be like that, but for finals, assuming you could play all these things right now, it would be These dog shit. This only if you're playing a deck with that. This is dog shit. This is still awful. Just for the matchups that is good against you, side this in. Same goes for Harmonia. And I would do something like this. Droll is so much shittier than you guys give credit for. I prefer Perulia. But, like, fuck. After getting destroyed by Enecraft twice, guys, maybe you play Perulia and Droll for those shitters. And yeah, that's the video for you guys. I probably put Spark. Like, if you're playing a deck with Spark, you're probably not going to be playing side frames. So like, you'll probably be playing the Spark just because you're lacking the hand traps. And Spark's a good third hand trap, but you'd rather just stop them from playing. But that's my video. Hope you guys like it. This is from my heart what I honestly think. Go check out the kewltune textbook below. And I'll see you guys at the next video. Peace!